He jumped when I knocked on his door. It was me. Jack unlocked the door for Lisa as she whispered him off. Check of the corridor before the closing of the... Lisa grimly lowered her head in search of any news. 3 Krell enforcer asked questions. The queries of today at the docks are proving pictures of the prospector they are acquainted with. Something about our failure to turn in a report. Stayed quiet on the scout ship's responsibility for... Saw us while Lisa took a long seat. To Tom, seated heavily on Jack's dilapidated couch, we should toss the tablet and ignore that we should. Jack shook his head, having never found that ship. We cannot accomplish this since he decided upon it. We have to know what is on the tablet. Jack, kindly try to be logical. It is a artificial intelligence via a military warship linked to... Applied to any system, it is a formula for problems. Jack brought out an old one, hence we should use caution. The computer terminal he turned out from his wardrobe is a separate system cut off from all other. Any network will let us view what Victor possesses. Lisa, on the other hand, without risking, appeared not convinced, but she was helpful. Jack configured the terminal once everything was ready. Jack drew the link between the tablet and the screen started to flutter, then filled with, after a little while, scrolling data, version of Victor's hologram with simplification. Captain Harlow, you have seen me before. I left the facility safely. Jack slanted forward to thank him for his retribution. More precisely, Victor, who are you and what is the... The hologram seemed to be contemplating retribution. I was a 6th-generation military officer. Synthetic intelligence created especially for the... Makes use of the last weapon Earth has to present in. The first contact war I aimed mostly to human capacity for adaptation, learning, and preservation, knowledge, scientific progress, and the vengeance. Lisa asked a particularly difficult question. Military craft regularly built by human hands, developed covertly by applying reverse engineering, K-technologies meant to be developed in concert with human innovations created using Victor's hologrammatic device. I have to grasp the current reality better. A circumstance in which the conflict ended what is Jack and Lisa's stance within the human race. Glanced at one another, then Jack continued on to explain how, speaking historically, people were the ones who initially, using their aggressive actions, how might the war be ended? How do the... Krell had been good enough to save Earth, but people were limited to a few number of colonies governed under strict rules. How? Humanity had been kept under control for the better good caused Victor's hologram to flutter, accompanied by what seemed to be shouts of wrath, laying every single lie made the voice of I more piercing. When people first got into touch, too, scientists discovered a very disastrous flaw in Krell created technology faster than light that, due of a flaw that will finally cause, catastrophic breakdowns dogged their whole fleet. Jack felt an abrupt cold devoid of any kind of movement. When humans first encountered the idea of tried to forward this material to the Kell's leadership was on constant worry of losing their technical advantage came from their first demolishing the most significant earthly cities. Thus, study centers Victor's image as the main focus. Our answer allowed us to steady the vengeance. An aircraft technologically advanced over decades. Every other creation humans have produced, Lisa. In such instance, she shook her head in surprise. We never had a motive to abandon the ship, though. Totally engaged throughout the ship's first cruise. A Krell strike team made an attempt at boarding in. The ensuing strife, most of the crew was... After the captain passed dead, an emergency was triggered. Before I died, I received directions from protocols for security of the ship while awaiting help. Victor's voice rendered a rescue much more delicate. Jack, who had not arrived until recently, sat back his own. It was the Krell who misled about mental racing. Whatever it is they have been employing to regulate us, based on a fictional past. Moreover, it is likely that they still need human help. Should my projections be accurate, Victor pointed out that change their FTL drive to suit them could begin to exhibit perhaps major problems, almost 200 years following our leaving. Initial result very definitely accurate. Lisa banged loudly on the topic right now. Everyone went icy cold over the flat door. Captain Jack Harlow speaks with a mechanical quality, asked from the outside under direction of the